Well, this is Duke. It's a lot of dog, 185 pounds worth of South African Mastiff that became aggressive toward his owner's son.
Yeah, so much so that Duke's family was about to give up on him until they called an expert on dog behavior. As our Steve Garagiola shows us, that's when Duke's attitude started to change.
Michael Berkey, who runs Michigan dog training in Plymouth, doesn't like the term dog whisperer. He is a professional dog trainer and dog behaviorist.
A behaviorist is someone that focuses on the behavior of the dog more so than just sit down, come, stay.
As it is with people, Michael says a dog's actions, good or bad, are rooted in emotions.
Just because the dog is barking or looking fearful, things like that, we don't always want to just shut it down because it's a symptom of what the real problem is, which usually is fear-based.
Common myths that get in the way of dog training. First, don't give your dog too much credit for his generous nature, mistakenly thinking that he lives to please you.
Say if I had my dog by me and you walked up and say the dog growled, lots of times people think, well, the dog is guarding me. No, the dog is guarding himself. They do what works for them.
That doesn't make your dog selfish, but understanding that instinct makes him easier to train.
They have a big desire to please themselves, right? To enhance their own satisfaction in life. Humans do too.
Can't argue with that. Another myth is that a dog will be happier if you don't burden him with lots of rules and training. Wrong.
Dogs thrive on knowing what to do, right? And especially when you make obedience fun for the dog. Heel, good boy.
Mike introduced us to one of his star pupils, Duke, a 185-pound African Boerboel. The Boerboel from South Africa was originally bred to defend farms against lions. I wouldn't bet against Duke. He came to Michael 6 months ago because Duke's family was about to give up.
We saw it with neighbors and other dogs at first, and we were working with some trainers, and then he got aggressive towards our son. I'm like, okay, this is not working out at all. We were at nearly the end of our rope with Duke.
Duke had been attacked by another dog while in a training class as a puppy. His fear grew into aggression.
I really want to focus before it gets there on decreasing their fear, increasing their confidence, and then also improving their obedience.
According to Michael, the most important thing in training your dog is to be consistent. Don't punish a bad behavior if you haven't first taught the good behavior. Not all that different from good parenting.
You wouldn't just start punishing a kid for something that they didn't know what to do. So you teach them what to do first, and then later on, once they do know and they understand, fair corrections are appropriate.
After 6 months, Duke is doing great.
It's almost night and day, is to describe what was going on 6 months ago as to what's going on now.
One thing to keep in mind before you start your dog training, Michael says sometimes owners need as much training as the dogs, but he can help you with that too. I'm Steve Garagiola, Local 4. Good job.
Yeah, nicely done.
Fantastic.
So Duke is a breed that protects the farm from lions.
Well, he's big enough. My goodness.
No kidding. Wow.